Hi people, how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. It is I, Sandra here, and I'm back again with another video from Charlie Kirk. Okay, so this says Charlie Kirk runs rings around Trump haters. Okay, and y'all know that Trump haters are a lot. I feel like his haters are like more than his followers. I don't know, but anyways, that's what we're getting into today, and it's gonna be my first time getting into this. This was actually put out 7 months ago, and I'm just getting into it because, yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much for joining me today. I really hope you guys are gonna see the video through from the very start to the very end. If this is your very first time coming on here, I need you to know that you're highly welcome and that you're very special. Okay, so put up your buckles, people, and let's just get right into the video.
Well, I do have massive disagreements with you, but I do want to thank you for coming and speaking with us because I don't agree with people trying to silence you from speaking. I don't think that's right. So thank you for coming and speaking with us. I don't really understand this idea that President Trump is anti-establishment because I think his record shows that he's actually really establishment. So just a couple examples, like he took Barack Obama's drone strikes, which had a 90% civilian casualty rate, and it was bunch of war crimes that Barack Obama committed with that, killed innocent civilians and everything. Trump took that and he increased Obama's drone strikes by 432%. And even his first raid as president, the raid in Yemen killed an 8-year-old American girl. And like another example, he filled his cabinet with like war hawks like John Bolton, who's never met a war he didn't like.
That's true.
Swampy people like Alexander Acosta, who he was literally the guy that like brokered the sweetheart deal for Jeffrey Epstein. So I don't get and even his voting record, like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, they voted with him like 78% of the time. Liz Cheney voted 90%.
Thanks for being here. Let me challenge you because there's a pretty obvious point here. If he was, if he was not anti-establishment, why does the establishment try to put him in prison for 500 years?
So,
hold on a second.
Yeah.
And by the way, on this drone thing, yeah, he might have continued drone programs. Did he not try to end the Afghan war? In fact, he was the only one in the room trying to end the war in Afghanistan. And finally, if he was pro-establishment, how many new wars were started under Donald Trump?
Well, so for the establishment trying to lock him up, I do think there's legitimate crimes there. We can disagree on that, but I do agree that the establishment.
We're definitely going to disagree on that.
I do agree that the establishment it is a politically motivated thing because I think if he decided not to run, they wouldn't be going after him. So I do think it's political, but I don't think it changes the fact that those are legitimate crimes. But I don't think the establishment is scared of his how he would govern. What the establishment hates more about Donald Trump is that whenever he's running for president, he exposes the corruption in the establishment, and he has a way of making it seem like he's not part of them while playing the game while governing. So I don't think they're so scared of his
so let's
record.
talk about 3 policy issues.
Yes.
What is the establishment regime position on trade?
The establishment.
Unlimited amount of trade, foreign products coming in, free trade. What was Trump's position? Tariffs on China, right? Renegotiating NAFTA. What is the establishment position on global type contracts? For example, Paris Peace Treaty. Trump got out of it, right? Blew up all this stuff at the UN. How about another issue? Immigration. What is the regime standard position on immigration? Invade the world, invite the world, as many people as possible. Trump put a travel ban on from China and had a terror watch list ban for any country in the Middle East. So I could go position by position, not to mention, look at Trump fired Comey. Yeah, you agree with that one.
Yeah, but
what kind of establishment guy fires the head of the FBI and then
though.
has to experience a 2-year investigation launched by Mueller, which was
complete
lies?
I think that investigation was BS too, but he put in Christopher Wray. Christopher Wray right now was protecting the Biden administration.
Fair enough.
So
that's a fair point.
He puts in establishment people.
So your argument is purely on personnel. And let me just say this. Donald Trump, as Rush Limbaugh would say, selects personnel that is perplexing at times. But what I think you will agree with is that his instincts and many of his major policy actions were generationally and transformationally against the regime establishment of the last 40 years in both political parties. And whether it be war, immigration, trade, international type agreements. And understand, he was the only one that was fighting, and these people would come in and they'd lie to him. I'm going to be an FBI director with this. And he will be the first one to say, should have handled Fauci differently, should have handled Birx differently. But you know what? If you want to see Donald Trump unleashed, wait for term 2 Donald Trump to be able to go after the administrative state. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. That was a constructive conversation. Thank you.
May you find
Very true. That was really constructive. To be honest, that is the most constructive conversation or substantial debate I would say that I've actually I've watched between Charlie and these college kids. Like I actually give it to the young man. I really like him. Like even from the very first time, like the very first moment he spoke up, I was like, he seems like such a gentle person and very respectful. Like he didn't come here to argue, right? He actually came here seeming open minded, right? And it's crazy because, okay, it's not crazy, but it's like, it's a bonus because he actually did a little bit of his research. Like he had facts, to be honest. Like he had, like this is the first time that I'm watching Charlie on the debate, and then he is like acknowledging to like a college student, right? He's always like, because these college students that I've been getting into, like they're always just going off the topic most of the time. So first off, this young man is good. He has a long way to go because he knows his work, not like his work, right? He knows his craft. Yeah. So basically, right, this was actually very constructive and interesting, to be honest, because it was really like back and forth. Like he was giving it to Charlie, Charlie was giving it to him. And then in terms of like Donald Trump, I really I don't have as much knowledge as a college student, right? When it comes to like Donald Trump's presidency. I'm not saying this with pride, but like it's just what it is as of this time. So I'm not gonna pray much into or like, contribute much into that topic. But one thing I do know is that whatever Donald Trump did as a president is really just there, right? It's open. I don't think he, did much shady stuff. And I wouldn't even see Donald Trump as like a politician, to be honest, because the way he worked when he was in office, it was just a very different system, right? And then it just happens to be like if the system he came up with resonated to the way, you wanted the world, like the country to be. I mean, all fine and good, but if the system he came up with wasn't resonating to like the way you wanted the country to be, I'm like, okay, right? So I feel like Donald Trump's work when he was on seats could be open for interpretations, right? So I mean, I really don't have the facts, I don't have the knowledge, I haven't done my research, so I'm not going to talk much on that. But this was like very constructive and very engaging, which I did like, and also very enlightening, to be honest, because I was actually learning from the college students, which is something new, and obviously learning from Charlie Kirk, because why not? Anyway, so we've gotten to this. Please do share your opinion and thoughts down in the comment box. Do not hesitate to just talk to me, right? Let me know what you're thinking and all of that good stuff. And we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really hope you guys enjoyed something from this video. Do want to give this video a big thumbs up if you did like it, because it really does help my channel. And subscribe for more amazingly content if you get subscribed to my channel and all of that good stuff, okay? So on to the very next one, people. Let us keep on staying safe and healthy. Bye.